how do you find those bushes, right? You check with your roamers.
Exactly.
And between these two heroes, the Kufra and the Cho, there's this, again, you mentioned this earlier, Dave, that counter relationship. Kufra just eats Cho alive.
I mean, kind of, but at the same time, Chao can actually just dash away and try to kick the Kufra away if he finds himself in danger. So it's one of those love and hate relationship. It's really based on who execute better. And right now in the meta, actually, from what we see, they have better success is who engage first, who engage better on the key targets.
So it comes to a point of, it's not what you got, it's how you use it. Game number 2, Echo versus Team HAQ. Let's see where these junglers start. It's an orange start for Echo, while Team HAQ goes for the purple.
Well, once again, right, I actually do agree with you, Dave. I feel like it is a skill matchup here, especially in the roam department with the Cho and the Kufra. Sure, Kufra has that bouncing ball, can actually negate a lot of these dashes from happening, but with the Shenpu, it does give him, Min, a lot of room to play with, right? I think right now, if we just look at it based on the drafts, who do you guys have? Who do you guys think has the better draft?
I mean, I don't know, actually, because the draft is so out of the traditionary. You got Moscow, Vidora being picked in the exact same game. We thought this is M4. This is a ranked game taking onto the big stage.
Yep, it's basically something that I saw yesterday. It's like, how is this happening here right now? Oh! Yaoi catches one.
Panda's gonna be brought low here, has that Inspire, pops it in, actually trading better here, winning it out. Fanny's gonna be taken low there, and just like that, Panda is gonna win. Is this a counter, perhaps? A shadow counter towards the carry? When you're able to trade better almost every single time.
Again, I think of all the aspects brought up about the Moskov, it's the displacement that's going to throw most people off. The fact that you're assuming that I'm going to go into this fight from this point, and then he just throws you off it by what? A few meters in game? That's a main difference dealer. Look at this.
Here we go.
Loverboy cancels it.
They don't opt to go for it, right? A bit too risky here, especially considering that Min was body blocking for Panda. You just don't know when he's going to use the Shenpu, but you do know when Gary is going to start popping off. It's when he gets that level 4, but right now, he does not have the purple buff, so he is still going to be waiting for that to spawn back up before he looks for these crazy dives and ganks.
Another thing that's why this game is so enjoyable to watch is how disciplined the team are. Just now on the bottom side, Echo with 3 versus 2. Kufra, Yaoi could have engaged and find a flavorful team fight, but they didn't know where Fanny was. They didn't know where Gary was, so they decided to take a step back. What if we engage and, Fanny just show up after I use my bouncing ball? Oh, top side!
Lola picked off a good gank by Sanji with better wave control. No, he just ignores the wave.
That's what they were saying. The fact that if you don't know where dudes are, you don't know where these heroes are hiding, there's barely any difference between a Eudora and a Kadita.
Yeah, they're just camping. It's a camping game, right? Who camps better? And a lot of the mid laners, they like to wait one wave ahead of you coming to the lane. They have to go there one wave earlier. Or the least you expect them to show up. Sometimes you expect mid lane to clear the wave and then show up, but no, they show up earlier.
With this composition, though, it does put Team HAQ in a position where they really need to get that early game. And as you can see, the early game right now is just dominated by Echo again. Despite having these early picks, Team HAQ are still struggling early on. 2 kills over to Echo. Deja vu.
And so far, it's an interesting approach. But top lane, they eventually find one. It's Sanford, gets popped by 3. And I was going to say, game 1, they had the whole Hilda plan, right? That helped them scale into the mid-game power spike. Here, we agreed that in the draft, they have to snowball. Where's that potential going to come from? I think they have to do more than just that one pickoff. Can Yaoi catch him? Oh, cancels it.
Cancels it, right? Team HAQ playing around the XP lane really well, and Echo noticed that. They went towards the bottom lane, but now with wild charge, Sanford's going to be able to actually buy some time, and that's going to be the wall. Locking them down. Still Gary able to kill, picking up the kill with Lola's passive. Top lane tier 1 still very, very low as Karl'Tezi looks to get a kill back. Not going to be able to get in range, but Sanji's here. Gary able to sidestep, and he uses the cables to get out. 1 HP, Gary gets out.
Oh my god, bottom side though, another engage coming from Team HAQ, and they're trying to get more gold right now.
Good win the Dragon too, technically. Yaoi was looking for a pick there. But again, I do believe Team HAQ, they just come out with the advantage. Never mind, Echo finds a way to trade it back.
Just as quickly, right? Never mind. I think it's eyes on the prize. You have to consider that when Echo makes moves, they're also thinking of the clapback, or at least the conversion potential. And so far, the fact that they've got 100% of the turtles and they have a 1K gold lead means good things for the Filipino team.
Yeah, absolutely. Now it's main on the run. It is Xiao. As I said, the love and hate relationship is based on who runs or who engage first. But it turned out he will get caught off by the rotation from Sanford.
Whoa, that's a lot of resources spent, right, to get the kill on a roamer, who's now 0-2-0. So Min, so far in the show, having a pretty similar start to last game, but that's gonna be Panda actually getting out. Yaoi looking for that kill. Panda actually helps him out there, gets him out of turret.
You have to consider as well, though, the fact that, yes, they spent all those ults to kill a roamer early on in the game. It's also a way for, at least to make sure that Min doesn't help out Panda. And again, it slows down the snowball potential for this Moscow.
I mean, a lot of times it's really hard for Min to help because he's almost like the most focused person in this match right now. Because the Hilda last game, you see how many people were on him the entire game. Yep. This game, Chao's getting the Hilda treatment, right? Like everybody's focused on him. Even EXP lane find a better rotation to the mid lane.
And not just that, he's also trying to do vision for Team HAQ. And T was about to walk into that bush.
Oh man, Echo just hate Min, right? But Min right now is doing pretty well in towards that bottom side. Gary's gonna be able to try to look for something. That's a flicker. Sanford hitting the wall. Lola jumping with Black Dragon form. Sanji still trying to run away, but Lola's deciding to actually dive in. 1v3! Finds the kill, but it's gonna be traded back. Who is it worth for? We'll see as Team HAQ look for more in the gold lane. Yaoi just takes a chunk of HP. Gary did not get the purple buff. That's him killing it. Teezy, who steals it away and finds a kill. It's the Appraiser's Wrath. Man gets a stun. Carl Teezy not able to look for more.
And I gotta say, at this point, I want to take a look at items from Team Echo. They probably have a lot of Athena shield just for Eudora to make sure he doesn't do the burst. Because you can see how tanky Fredrin really is on Power TZ. Eudora ascending a skill 1 is feel like he was healing more HP than being damaged at this point.
Than hitting, right? But look at this item pickup from Sanford. Sea Halberd? Oh, he's trying to stop the shenanigans from Lola and maybe even potentially Panda, right? We talked about how that lifesteal into the mid to the late game might make a difference between the Moskov and the carry. I like that Sea Halberd pickup.
Yeah, with the Sea Halberd, you do have, I guess, more utility play around, right? Yeah. But right now, it just feels like Team HAQ are putting most of their resources to get the Moskov ahead. Lola up top is going to get ganked constantly. He's still able to play the weak side of the map really well. He's actually going to be able to try to turn it around with Petrify caught in. Gary finds a kill despite having no purple buff. It's still, right now, Lola and Sanford going at it. But with that sustainable ability, Lola is going to be able to actually get out of that one. First turret for Team HAQ.
You know, I gotta give a credit, and also just a little bit thing about what Team HAQ's doing. They're 3v2 trying to push a bottom tier 1 tower, and they're failing every step. Oh, here it comes!
That's the way the Dragon Doe. That's gonna be stunned as well. Panda's still gonna be able to try to dish out some damage. Caught in one. Yaoi and Panda surviving. Just barely, but Benny now still with full HP will mean that they will still have more pressure in the gold lane.
Or was it just me holding my breath? I think that was everybody, right? That's gotta be everybody. Look at the lover boy.
Here we go.
Yeah, we have the Tyrant's Revenge and the Rage. Benny gonna be able to actually dish out some damage, but that's gonna be the stun coming in. Not enough. Gary coming in, looking for the damage. Can you imagine that? Whoa! A double kill for Benny, but a double kill back for Gary. He gets out with the cables, but Sanford and Sanji are here. The flicker, the wild charge, and water to smack him around. That's a shutdown for Echo.
And that's why Grok is so good in the side lane right now. The ultimate, the wild charge into the flicker. The least expected engage. You don't see it coming like, oh, this is gonna miss. But little did you know, no, you're gonna go back to the black and white screen.
Yep, that was what, a 2 or 3 step process to eventually lead it to Echo, getting a 2K lead, right? That was, what, miles away that they planned. We didn't even think about it. We could have sworn that Team HAQ was ahead, but look at the conversion. They pushed down bottom. They're trying to make a way up top. Mid lane, though, standing still. I think this is where the difference has to be made because these mid laners, they've always been rotating the side lanes.
Here we go.
Yaoi and Sanji under the tier 1. Man's going to be taken down. And just like that, once again, it's Echo who have the man advantage. Lola trying to find just a pick here, but Carl TZ's way too tanky. Going to be able to sustain back up. Sanji looking for a position to flank. But for Team HAQ, They're just
Panda.
here. It's gonna be
Panda.
Santi who jumps in. He pops the bench fight a bit too early, and that's gonna be Min running back. That's scary
Oh.
caught. Yaoi the bouncing ball, stopping the dashes. Benny picking up a kill. Min gonna be taking low as Benny free hits once again. Called Easy traded back in. Lola and Panda running for the hills. It's a double kill for Benny. That's the wall to
Panda.
lock Panda down. Benny with a triple. Benny almost to the maniac. Lola jumping out, but it's still again Benny who's looking for it. Yaoi jumps in, takes the kill away, but it's gonna be a maniac for Benny.
It's a wipeout. 5 down, traded for Carl Teasy. Echo is swimming in value, almost 3K ahead, steals away that purple buff, pushes in mid. Oh, Dave, I gotta ask you, where's Echo going with this?
I mean, a lot of highlights that came into the Benny, but I gotta give credit to Yaoi here. Those engages onto Fanny, onto everyone else, and syncing with Sanji to follow up the one-shot rough wave combo is absolutely insane. You can see Benny has so much room to do free damage that entire team fight. The whole time he was dashing, auto-attacking. He didn't need any peel because everybody else is getting killed by the mid lane, by Sanji and Yaoi combo.
So ban carry?
Maybe.
I mean, that seems to be the logical choice. Let's look at the items. What's going on here? That's Wind of Nature already, so more likely Benny's gonna win duels against a Panda. What's Panda rocking? It is purely damage still, so not much utility on the Moskov yet.
Absolutely, going for straight damage. And see, Moskov doesn't have to go for carry one-on-one. He penetrates, right? It's all about those penetration. He goes through your front line and kills your back line at the same time. But here we go, the lore fight is about to happen.
Lola with Black Dragon form once again, just looking for an opening right now, and that's going to be actually Min jumping in with onto Sanji, who has the damage, who jumps in again. Yaoi going to be able to find the Lord right there with Carl TZ, securing it. Mon's going to fall. That's a double kill for Sanford right now. And again, Sanford's going wild. Panda's in a 1v1. He gets the stun down, but he's all alone. It's going to be the chase from Echo. The breath of the ocean finds it. He gets knocked up, and you can say goodbye to Panda. 4-0. Echo with a 5.6k gold lead, now a 6k gold lead. Min's the only one left standing.
Echo just pushed that turret, took that Lord with impunity, and 4 members of HAQ on the way out. Sanford just picked up his Blade of Despair.
I know.
Yikes.
This guy is gonna do damage now. I mean, he has Athena show early game, but now it's all about that one-shot backline, the one-shot Eudora. Let's give that. Here comes the push.
Lola defensively using the
Min.
fierce dive. That's Min, melted down. That's Yaoi getting the Tyrant's Rage flicker. Lola trying to do the best he can. Gary, once again, in desperation goes in, but it's Benny who smacks them, slices them with a triple kill and a wipeout to secure match points.
I can hear all the Echo fans, Limang Echo fans, shouting, go for the throat. It's match point for the Filipino runner-ups of MPL Philippines Season 10. Dave, what's going on? Game 1 was so close. This Min was overloaded, as you mentioned.
I mean, they pick a lot of characters. They're thinking they were trying to pick the meta character, the counter picks, but it seemed like they drafted themselves into a corner, right? Because they're known for a certain playstyle, and this game, they're making a 180-degree switch. I mean, that's a lot of load for the players mentally. So to make that switch quickly and swiftly is really, really hard. And you can see that reflect in the gameplay. The players are not ready to make the engages. Lola, when he finds the dive onto the backline, the team not able to follow up in time where he's to get killed.
And you mentioned how Lola gets in there. Mirko, do you agree there's a little bit of game